Hi YouTube, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. My name is Amanda. Some people call me AJ. I'm a Canadian. I'm a bodybuilder. I'm an online coach and a personal trainer. In addition to that, we're also 6 weeks out.
Number 205, Amanda.
Alright, so here's what we're currently doing. I have training day food and I have rest day food. Calories are pretty low. We're not gonna lie about that. But we're managing okay. Cardio right now is 6 times a week for 500 calories or about 50 minutes. And overall, we've been doing pretty good this prep. I would like to think so, at least. Today's Monday. Today's rest day. Honestly, nothing really fun going on. I'm currently just drinking water with lemon juice and creatine. I just finished getting ready because I'm about to head off to go train a couple clients today. I did get a really fun package in the mail that I hadn't yet opened because I wanted to open it for the vlog. And honestly, I just can't wait any longer. And that is the whole reason why I just decided to pick up the camera this morning. And I got a new pair of posing shoes. When I bought my first pair of shoes, I wasn't even quite sure how invested I was going to get into bodybuilding. It's been a couple years now and I figure your girl deserves a nice pair of Olympians. So with that being said, are the shoes that I've picked out. These are the Radiant Olympians. I'm super excited. Now that I have them, I'll have lots of time to get some good practice in them. I would say for the most part, I'm pretty good at navigating life around in high heels. I did go through a fun little party girl phase in high school where I spent a lot of time in high heels. The other updates that I have for you guys, let me think. Really sore, like very sore. Did go for some body work on the weekend. I'm still limping around. I'm trying to take baths. This morning I was talking to my mom and I asked her if she was making any trips to the store and if she wanted to pick up and drop off some Epsom salts for me. So let's see if mom comes through on that one. Also, I'm pretty sure my mom recently started watching the vlog. Mom, if you're watching, hi, I love ya. Okay, I don't think there's anything else that's super relevant from like a prep perspective. We didn't make any updates in my Saturday check-in. My coach just asked that I checked in on Wednesday of this week. Who knows where this vlog is gonna go? Welcome. I'm happy that you are along for the ride. Okay, I was totally going to film and just talk all of your ears off, but universe has decided that y'all don't deserve for your ears to be talked off. I need to eat a meal while I'm making this current travel, but I did have a thought in my head and I'll share it very, very quickly, okay? Anyone else find it very hard to accept compliments, but then they have that one compliment that just hits different? Time they get it, it's like, yeah, this is the kind of compliment I want. Aside from personality traits, somebody saying that you're really respectful or you're a great listener or something like that, only physical compliment I find myself being able to take in any sufficient manner is when somebody questions my natty status. That to me is the elitist of elitist compliments. Really, people don't even intend for it to be a compliment, but I accept it as a compliment. If you were going to hit me up, if you were trying to slide, only appropriate way to do so is to question my natty card. Anyways, I'm gonna eat my meal and spare you guys whatever nonsense is articulating through my brain. Good evening, y'all. I have one thing to say. Tomorrow is leg day and I don't freaking know how it's gonna happen. I am walking around right now so sore that I feel I look like a 212 bodybuilder in the peak of their off season. I'm gonna give you guys a quick demonstration so you can just see how ridiculous I look when I walk. It's this left to right situation. My legs hurt. How am I taking steps? That's how the legs are feeling. While I was at work, I really tried to foam roll, especially like the sides of my quads, and just my entire IT band, to be honest, is just super freaking tight. As I'm going over it with the foam roller, I can feel all these big chunky knots. It's gross. Anyways, tomorrow is kind of a jam-packed day. I'm gonna put together my meal prep. I'll just chill out the rest of the evening. Clearly I need some rest. The first step in putting together what we need for tomorrow is going to be making my post-workout cream of rice. Sometimes I'll use a small container and I'll just kind of let myself suffer looking at and eating small amounts of food. But other times I'm feeling a little bit adventurous, so I'll use a larger sized container. And we're gonna be doing the Elevate cream of rice in the flavor cookie butter. Let's give you guys a full demonstration how I make it. Full on scale add my cream of rice, which is 35 grams. Stop! Oh my god. I love when that happens. Look, that's such a slay. Go me. Then the only thing that's left to do is just going to be adding water. We're gonna put lots of water in this so that we get so much volume. This is my kettle, but room temperature water. Apparently today I put 137 grams / milliliters of water. Use a fork to stir together and break up any clumps in the cream of rice. And the only thing left to do is just to put it in the microwave for 1 minute and 30 seconds, but I'll take it out after a minute and give it a stir, put it back in for 30 seconds. I'm going to leave my cream of rice in the fridge overnight. Tomorrow morning, I'll actually put it in the freezer because I've really been enjoying eating my cream of rice frozen as of lately. The only other thing that I have left to do, a whey drip that I'll put on top of my cream of rice. And this is how I do that. Just kidding, I already have one prepped, so I don't need to prep one. I will tell you guys how I did it. To this little container, I put 35 grams of birthday cake Pro HD and 35 grams / milliliters of water. Mixed it up real good so it's all incorporated. And then I just leave it in the freezer. Between that being frozen and the cream of rice being frozen, by the time it gets into my lunch bag, I get to the gym, I train, and then I eat my post-workout meal. It's almost always perfect consistency of frozen, still kind of cold deliciousness. Other meal prep things that I have to do to prep for tomorrow: portioning out 2 little portions of 125 grams chicken, both little containers with 80 grams of green beans. Not super entertaining, so I won't bore you with that. But yeah, my legs are really sore. I hope your legs are not as sore as my legs. Comment down below if your legs are also sore right now so that I know I'm not alone. And if we are not alone, are you also walking around like a 212 bodybuilder at the peak of their off season? Amanda, it wasn't even funny the first time. Anyways, I'm gonna go and enjoy the rest of my evening. Hopefully that very in-depth detailed cream of rice tutorial was helpful for you. As you know, also, if you guys want to try Elevate cream of rice, code AJLifts, save yourself some money. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to my 5 a.m. morning routine. Step 1, wake up and run to the bathroom because I always have to pee so bad. I've already done that. Now we make a little beverage for digestion, hydration, and take a couple of supplements. I put some cute little stickers on one of my shaker bottles, and I have to share this with you because they're just so pretty. Step 1 is done. Next thing that I'm going to do, take my fasted weight. Well, that's pretty cool. We just hit a new prep low, 135.1. Up until this point, our prep low was 135.3, I think. For anyone who's wondering, in order for me to wake up at this time, I usually go to bed like 8:45 to 9:15. Okay, we're gonna put our headphones in. I like to start my morning by listening to my horoscope. I'll put that on and we'll walk to the gym to go and do our cardio. Oh, okay, that's cardio. It's now 6:35. Not me just obnoxiously washing my hands. It was actually really nice because there's this girl who works front desk at my cardio gym. I hadn't seen her. I don't think I've seen her at all this whole entire prep, like other random people had been working. And this morning I saw her, so that was super nice. She's just like such a friendly, bright face in the morning. Next up, we're gonna put together our green strength. Oh, actually, I just remembered I wanted to try blending my green strength. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna turn my green strength into like a fun slushy shake, and then I'll bring that with me when I go upstairs to shower and get ready. Okay, actually, I just had the total epiphany that this is kind of a rude thing to do at 6:31 in the morning, but who cares? Okay, I think it just maybe needs more water. I can't do more water because the blender is full. This will just like, this was just a bad idea. Don't do this. All right, we are now looking at 7:30 and I'm gonna have my first meal, 80 grams of spinach, 125 grams of chicken, some hot sauce and a little squirt of Melinda's, as well as 30 grams of oats. Our coffee of the day is a golden caramel espresso. I always like to allow myself lots of time to eat, especially in the mornings. There's not many meals where I get to sit down at my table, especially for meal one. I'll always take my time while I eat, 45 minutes until I need to head off until work, 30 just eating this meal alone. I think it's really important, regardless of whether you're in prep, you're a lifestyle client, you're in off season, or just any human in general, that you take the time to eat and chew your food properly. This is going to make a really big difference in terms of digestion and stress. When we eat really fast from a place of stress, it's harder for our body to get into that rest and digest mode after. So if you've never tried taking time eating your meal, I would suggest trying a counting method where at first you try to see how many bites it takes you to eat a bite of food and then see if you can multiply that by 2. There's a little random tip that nobody asked for, but I'm sharing just nonetheless. With that being said, that is pretty much our 5 a.m. morning routine. I do have a leg day today. Wish me good luck on that. And we have our check-ins tomorrow. Fun news, I just picked up the new flavors of Pro HD. I can't try them right now, but I figured we could smell them at least, right? First one, caramel brownie, and the second one is strawberry shortcake. For starter, powder itself is like a white color. It smells weird. I'm not gonna lie, it does smell super weird. You know what? I'm going to make my like protein whey drip for tomorrow with this, and then we'll get it wet and then we'll smell it. As I'm stirring this, I'm already getting the most insane aroma ever. Oh, she smells really good when you add the water. Oh my god. What I really like about it is that it's still white. I don't do super well with certain food dyes. The fact that this isn't pumped full of food dye really makes me a very happy girl. I guess we might as well do the same thing with the chocolate caramel brownie. Oh my gosh. Okay, the same thing is happening as I hit it with the water. The aroma is so much stronger. Oh my god, it smells so good. I can't wait to try these. Hopefully I remember and I can do a full taste test and review in these videos, but I also promised people on Instagram that I would do an Instagram review, so we'll see what happens. I'm beyond excited, however. These are gonna be amazing whey drips. Good morning, y'all. It's Wednesday. It's 5:40 in the morning. We have a check-in to complete before we head on off to go and do our cardio. I put so much into yesterday's leg day. My legs feel like impaled. So I don't know. I just have a feeling that I'm going to be a heavy girl. But nonetheless, we have a check-in. Man, energy-wise, after a leg day, I slowly start to feel absolutely rancid. I would say I have like 2 or 3 hours post-leg day where I still have a little bit in me. Then after that, I am just completely toast. When I come home from work, I am next level exhausted. I bedtimes are getting really early, and because bedtimes are getting so early, the mornings are getting early too, and we're just in this vicious cycle, and that is just life, and that's just what's happening. Anyways, let's do our check-in. I don't know what I'm rambling about. Okay, so I was right. I'm a little tiny bit heavier than I was yesterday. Yesterday we hit a prep new low, 135.1, and this morning we were 135.5. I'll put either a check-in clip or a check-in picture here on screen so you can see. I'm gonna go off and do my 50 minutes of fasted cardio. In the first couple of minutes, I'll send all of this info out to my coach, and we will wait to hear what he has to say. Whew. Wow. We are back from cardio. Whew. Did I have any interesting thoughts this morning? I feel like I always have lots of interesting thoughts. Ooh, there was a minute where my snowman cardio was really working to get me to sweat, but that has stopped. I don't know how I'm supposed to intensify my cardio anymore. Should I be wearing a winter jacket to try to sweat? Should I be wearing sweatpants to try to sweat? I don't know what I need to do to get myself to like really just get a good sweat. I think that the main reason why I stopped sweating is because this week we took out any of my added stimulants, and I think in spite of that we are just not being a very sweaty girl no longer. Oh, another cute thing is that I got these little stickers, and I just think they're really nice, so I want to show them to you. Wednesdays themselves are quite the day for me, probably the busiest day of the week for me when it comes to online clients, in-person clients, training, cardio, literally everything on my list. I am not going to carry the camera around with me today so that I can contain some level of sanity, but when we hear back from coach, I will let you guys know what the updates are. Good morning, y'all. Happy Saturday, happy check-in day, and happy freaking 5 weeks out. It's 5:40 in the morning. I let myself just kind of sleep in until whatever time my body wanted to wake up at. It wanted to wake up at now, so here we are. I did have a dream last night that I cheated on my diet, and it wasn't even bad. So I had my meal plans mixed up, and instead of eating chicken and spinach for breakfast, I ate eggs for breakfast. Anyways, you can imagine my relief when I woke up and realized that I didn't do that. Oh, I also had another weird awakening last night. I woke up and I checked my phone and it was like 11 something, and I thought it was 11 freaking in the morning, and I was so confused. I never sleep in that late, and I thought that I slept in until 11 o'clock the next day, but it was actually just 11 o'clock the same night, so go me. I'm just putting together my morning drink for fasted cardio before I do my check-ins. 1 scoop of the pina colada electrolyte and 2 scoops of Gluta HD. Also gonna take my pre-fasted cardio fat burner Yohimbine as well as Burn HD. If you didn't already know, bodybuilding will save you on all HD muscle products. Wow. I have tried a lot of electrolytes. Nothing compares to these ones. They're my absolute favorite. This brand specifically, I haven't yet tried a flavor that I don't like. I am currently really loving this pina colada flavor. I like them because they're salty, and so many electrolytes are just so much sucralose and sweetener. Just sweet, and they taste like juice. And don't get me wrong, I feel like there's a good time and place for a nice, sweet, juicy electrolyte, but in the morning, I just like getting hit in the face with salt. I think it's really refreshing. All right, let's go take our weight. Let's go take our check-in pictures so that we can go and get cracking on cardio. First things first, I guess I should address the elephant in the room. Never updated you guys after the check-in on Wednesday. We didn't make any changes, so I just figured I'd give myself a couple days of chill, no camera time. Now, today's check-in, my weight this morning was 135.5, which again is the exact same as Wednesday. Generally, this is what my trend looks like. That is a very good indicator that we're still headed in the right direction. Now, weight was really sticky this week. I don't think I hit any new lows. I think I hit 135.1 once or twice, but that's kind of it. I just send this to my coach. He tells me what to do. While I wait for him to respond, I just go and do my other things. That's it. That's all I can do. And for me, That means 50 minutes fasted cardio. Let's go, baby. Okay, I'm dressed and ready to head out. We'll do a quick book update. Did finish reading Signs by Laurel Jackson. It's basically a collection of stories of people and their experience receiving signs from the other side, from people that they love and that love them, as a reminder that we are all interconnected little balls of energy, and no matter where we are, whether we have a physical body or we don't, we're always with one another, and when we allow ourselves to be open to that. I did finish reading it last night, so guess we got to pick out a new book to get started on today. I know exactly which one I'm going for. I am so excited to read this. This is by Eckhart Tolle. It's called The Power of Now. I am also still reading Dr. Joe Dispenza's book, You Are the Placebo. I've gotten about halfway through. I mentioned in one of my other videos I am taking notes while I read that book, so I don't think it's an appropriate book to bring while I do cardio. As the tradition follows, every single time I hit a new however many weeks out, I always go back and watch my videos from last time I was this many weeks out. It's so freaking cool, not only to see my growth as like a physical athlete, but to see my growth as a freaking human is insane. The first time I was ever 5 weeks out when I was prepping for my first show, your girl was really going through it, and it's cute because I could see myself really trying to be positive about it. Second time I was 5 weeks out, I was just purely positive about it. This time I'm also purely positive about it, but it's come about in a different way. I think when I was prepping for my second show, really high energy positivity. I had a big just, you know, keep pushing hard, fake it until you make it. Whereas this year, I just feel so much more at peace. And I'm about to share something with y'all that is very intimate in my life. And I wasn't sure if I was ever going to talk about it, but I feel like I share so much, and this was a big part of, you know, what I was up to, what I've been doing. And it's influenced a lot to just like my comfort and my peace and my happiness. So here's me exposing it now. I was dating somebody for a short period of time there. However, unfortunately, that just didn't quite work out for me. And I'm talking about this because when I was watching my 5 weeks out video from last time, I was answering some questions. People always want to know what my relationship status is. And I talked about how I was single and I was so happy. And I find so much peace just being alone, and I don't actually feel alone. And I understand that there's a lot of pressure to be a woman in her mid-20s to be dating, but it's just not on my top list of priorities. I did start prep still with this person, and as things continue to unfold, because it was still super fresh, I decided that it was going to be in my best interest not to continue with that. And guys, that's okay. Sometimes we love people for a reason, and sometimes we love people for a season. I did learn a lot about myself going through that bit of a process there. Full transparency, I tell the vlog everything. I know that when I tell you guys stuff, things are safe. You are such a supportive team for me, so it didn't feel right to keep that private. Leave a comment down below if you knew or if you had a hunch. Anyways, in relation to that, I am doing so much better. We are all energy beings. We all share and swap energetic behaviors and energetic frequencies. And I felt like my energetic frequency was just on such a crazy decline, I couldn't take it anymore. I know exactly the kind of energy that makes me feel good. And if I feel anything outside of that energy, I know that the situation I'm in is just not it. With that being said, I'm doing so great, and I feel like I'm just back to myself and I'm back in my groove. I can't express enough gratitude for being able to step right back into my power after feeling like it was drained. Okay, this was a little ramble, so we're gonna go and do cardio. Cardio is freaking done, and I am soaked in sweat, but also it's kind of raining outside, so I'm a little bit wet from that as well. Here is what worked for me. I turned up the resistance on the elliptical. When I was about halfway through and I was still just like completely bone dry, I thought, let's see if that works to make me sweat, and boy, did it work. We got a really good crack on the power of now. Guys, holy cow. Barely broken into this book, and it's so phenomenal. The opening passage itself is just so good. I'm gonna hold it up here. If you'd like to read it, make sure you pause the screen. Give yourself a second to read it. It's really, really good. I'll finish drinking my electrolytes as I drive home. Then we'll shower, put together meal one, and just keep cracking on with our day. It is a leg day today. Oh, my legs do feel better. My legs were pretty disheveled most of this week. They're feeling okay so far today. My mom did bring home Epsom salts, so that was a big help. Can you even tell that I showered and changed? Because I still look like a little bit of a disaster. I figured since I'm just gonna spend the morning doing client check-ins and hanging out before we go to train, I might as well put on something comfy, and it's very much laundry day, so I also just put on a bunch of laundry. Our first meal is spinach, chicken, and 30 grams of oats. Let's whip that bad boy together. As of late, I've been super obsessed with herbs. On my counter right now, I have basil as well as fresh parsley, cilantro in my fridge too. Kind of just switch it up every single day, but I'm kind of feeling the basil. I'll pick a couple basil leaves, and then I like to just rip them up and kind of add it in. Not only is the flavor really good, but there's also a lot of micronutrients and stuff like herbs. It's nice to include those while my diet is so restrictive. I can just introduce different micronutrients down into my gut. And I guess with that being said, that is our very fancy meal one. It's just chicken, cinnamon oats, and spinach, really. Good morning. Happy 14 weeks out. I would suggest probably getting back on it. Good morning. Training would super love that. Good morning. Lots of changes for oats from that first meal. Hello. Obviously we look much better. I did a bunch of check-ins, and then I took a little bit of a break to move around my laundry, put my hair in a better place, and just to get dressed and get ready for my day, because I am gonna head off to go and lift soon. I got a bunch of client check-ins done. A lot of my girls had really great weeks, so that's always a nice feeling as a coach. If you're looking for coaching, there's always a link in the description, or you can shoot me a message over on Instagram if you just want to chat or learn more about it. But yeah, we have not heard back from our coach quite yet. We just continue doing what we know to do. I would be low-key kind of sad if he said refeed tomorrow, just because 2 refeeds that I've had have both landed on upper body days, and it just feels like such a waste of carbs and energy. I want to use that extra energy and those carbs on a lower body day, but that's just how the cookie crumbles. Not that I'm assuming I'm gonna get a refeed tomorrow. I am expecting some kind of changes, whether it's more cardio, less food, a refeed, and then more cardio, and then less food. I don't know. I am expecting him to make some kind of changes because my weight has been pretty stagnant. Nonetheless, I have one more client check-in that I'm going to complete right now, and then we're gonna head off to go and train. It kind of looks like I'm wearing this hat. This is so irrelevant. I just think it's kind of funny, and I feel like I probably could have picked a better angle, but yeah, anyways, whatever. Hey y'all, training was so elite today. I feel so good. I'm currently eating chocolate cake elevate cream of rice with caramel brownie protein powder. It's a really good duo. I did put some cinnamon on it, but I don't think that I needed the cinnamon. The cinnamon kind of takes away from all the goodness that is just the cream of rice and the protein. I'm headed off to a coffee shop. I'm gonna hang out and I'm gonna read there for a little bit. I would go home to read. It's literally raining outside and I don't really feel like reading in the rain. So I thought cute little coffee shop, that'll do. Now, we heard back from our coach and there's some updates. Firstly, we have a couple more calories on our rest days now. We've swapped out some of our carbs for fat. And the second thing that's changed is we've also added 5 post-workout cardio sessions of 25 minutes each. We have our next check-in on Tuesday. I will pick up the camera then. We will start the 4 weeks out vlog. Crazy. Like 4 weeks out? That's a month? That's crazy. That's 3 weeks until peak week. But that's not until next week. I'm getting way too ahead of myself. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. As always, I can't believe you watched this video. If you made it this far into the video, please leave me a comment down below. Let me know that you're here with me. I really freaking appreciate it. I love ya, and I will talk to you very, very soon. Goodbye.